you're looking to upgrade your Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus audio to a premium audio system, Hansshow just might have the product for you. Let's take a look at what they have to offer. Hansshow offers a few different audio upgrade options for SR Plus owners, starting with a DIY activation harness to activate your dormant 6 speakers for earlier Model 3 versions with the rear deck speakers, or 4 speakers for later Model 3 versions without the rear deck speakers. To improve audio further than just activating dormant speakers, Hansshow offers 5 premium audio upgrade packages, anything from just adding a self-amplified subwoofer to a full premium audio upgrade featuring full surround sound with better mid-range rear deck speakers, all being controlled by a DSP amplifier and a self-amplified subwoofer. A Version E install, walkthrough, sound check, and first impressions will be detailed. Let's start with what's inside the box. Wiring harness to activate the dormant speakers, power cables for the DSP and subwoofer, and replacement rear deck speakers. The updated Version E comes with an 8-inch self-amplified subwoofer. This replaced the 10-inch subwoofer enclosed in a MDF box. Hansshow quoted shipping damages were the reason that this subwoofer was discontinued. They replaced this with a metal self-amplified 5x8-inch compact subwoofer. However, this was short-lived and replaced with the current 8-inch subwoofer, which is also metal enclosed. The subwoofer is amplified by a 200-watt class AB amp, 400 Hz and above frequencies. It includes a subwoofer gain, low-pass filter, bass boost, and phase adjustment. The DSP is also of an AB class product using 4-channel input to output 8 channels. It appears that the wiring harness tapped the right and left dash and right and left rear door speakers. For our purposes, the rear surround speakers were not installed. If you've installed the trunk kit, then installing the wiring harness is the same. Following the Hansshow install video requires the removal of the passenger and driver side trim panels and also the center console panels. Once removed, the ICE computer was available to be bypassed and the Hansshow harness to be plugged in. The passenger door connectors were plugged in and the driver side door connectors were plugged in within 20 minutes of starting the installation process. Following the passenger side to the rear passenger side required the removal of the floor panels and side booster panel. Once removed, the rear deck connectors were exposed and could be connected with the Hansshow harness. Within 30 minutes, all 6 dormant speakers were tapped. Please note that the DSP was designed to be mounted under the front passenger seat. Now we follow the right passenger side to the trunk where the trunk liner was removed to access the trunk cavity where the subwoofer is to be installed. Note that all the extra cables and connectors are from the Hansshow trunk kit. This kit needed to be removed for the time being to fit the subwoofer into the location. Now it's time to tap into the vehicle power. The blue and yellow tap to the power and the black taps to the ground. Hansshow requires the penthouse power to be tapped. Although not stated in the instructions, it is wise to complete a shutdown of the penthouse DC power and 12-volt battery prior to tapping. To do so, follow Mountain Pass Performance's instructions. Power is tapped to the red rubber housing. Just lift it up and unbolt using a 14mm socket. The instructions said to tap the ground beside the red housing. However, to remove the flower-shaped bolt requires proprietary Tesla sockets, so ground was bolted to the seatbelt 15mm bolt. To connect power to the subwoofer, it is recommended but not necessary to use wire ferrules to connect to the amplifier's screw-ins. Once screwed in and the 4-pin connector was plugged, was all that was required to connect to the subwoofer. It is advisable to not bolt the subwoofer into the cavity until the gains, low-pass filter, and bass boost is adjusted first. Before we test the premium audio system, let's take a listen to the OEM signal frequencies. And expected, nothing before 40 Hz. Now let's take a listen to the signal frequencies after the premium install. Still cuts off at 40 Hz, which is on par with the subwoofer frequencies, as stated by Hansshow documents. Now let's listen to the system. Mids and highs, but subpar lows. The bass from the OEM 8-inch front door woofers provided more deep bass effects. Seems like this audio kit has compromised some of that original bass. It's definitely not as pronounced. Listen to this track. This track really provides a soundstage for the mids and highs. Without a tune to the DSP, looks like this kit really shines in the mids and highs currently. But what about the fade and balance of all these speakers? Let's take a listen.
I'm Kate Leonard. Today's quote is from American politician and civil rights leader John Lewis. He said, "You are a light. You are the light. Never let anyone, any person, or any force dampen, dim, or diminish your light. Release the need to hate, to harbor division, and the enticement of revenge. Release all bitterness. Hold only love, only peace in your heart, knowing that the battle of good to overcome evil is already won." Next, we'll explore how this quote can inspire your day. Now,
Seems like the balance is reversed, and Hansshow did not fix this issue from the original version of the premium audio that included the 10-inch MDF enclosed subwoofer. Furthermore, the front channels are
Even
inverse from
times were
left
tough
to
and
right.
things looked bleak.
This was very
He
apparent
remained
during a
a
Netflix
beacon of
movie
hope.
clip where the car entered the scene right to left, but the audio played from left to right. Now that's not good in my opinion. This must be something to do with the tapping from the OEM audio and something was reversed. To Hanssshow's credit, a firmware update is available to correct the subpar bass response and maybe the balance issue. This has yet to be tested as this was just released, so stay tuned for that. So some closing thoughts. If Hansshow can correct the bass and speaker balance issue, this system may be good for someone looking to improve their standard range soundstage. This is definitely not an audiophile improvement, no matter how you adjust the DSP. Is it worth the money? I think it is for most people, and that might be good enough. Again, thanks for watching.